everybody, and welcome back with Kak. In today's video, we're going to be doing a new range of instant noodles. So we've looked at Nissin before. We've done the Nissin chicken ramen, we've done the Akuma series, we've done a bunch of their cup noodles. Well, today we're going to be looking at a specific, not brand, I suppose Nissin is the brand, a specific range of noodles that Nissin make, and that is UFO. Now these are yakisoba, which means you pour the water in, let it all soak in, and then you drain it away, unlike the cup noodle ones where you eat it with the broth. These ones you drain, and this is basic yakisoba flavor, which I believe is soy sauce, garlic and ginger, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I'm gonna go fill these up, but first we're gonna take a look inside. Do I have my scissors around? No, but I have my resin cutters. That'll do instead. Oop. There we go. We open up here. Unzip the back there. Okay, so we've got a packet of furikake on the top there. Not sure what's it, probably seaweed and sesame, that's what it usually is. But what we do is we open up halfway here. Oh, and we've got our sachet of yakisoba sauce there. And then inside we've got like little bits and pieces of cabbage and meat and such. Okay, so we're going to go do that now. I will be right back once finished, and we'll give it a taste and see what it's like. So, back in just a moment. Okay, so we've let the noodles soak and we've drained them using this drain on the top here. Very clever invention. So we now just have the noodles along with the basic meat and vegetables left in the... Oh, it's dripping all over my desk. Basic meat and vegetables left in the pot. It's all kind of mixed in with it. And then we've got the yakisoba sauce here, which we left on top of the noodle pot so it could warm up while the noodles were soaking. Says that, there we are, there's the nick where you open it. Oh, and it's gone a bit wrong. Ah, yeah, it's come out. Yeah, so it's like a thick, sort of like black brown sauce, which is the soy, obviously. But it's also garlic and ginger, I believe, if I remember correctly. There we are. So that's all poured out there. So we're going to stir it up to make sure it's nice and evenly covered. So it's all going to turn this nice sort of like brown colour. Oh, it smells. The smell reminds me of pickled onion Monster Munch, which I know is very oddly specific, but yeah, that's what it reminds me of. So we do a big stir it all up. Oh, we've got some bits of meat coming to the surface there. And then to finish it, we sprinkle on some of the furikake, which, yep, they look to be nori flakes and also little flakes of ginger as well, just to finish it all off. And there we go. There is our UFO Yakisoba. So now we give it a taste. Ooh. Ooh. So yeah, that is some good strong sauce. It's got some nice umami flavour to it, but also also just a little hint of sweetness as well. Yeah, Yeah, it's very good. Oh, yeah. There's a little bit of ginger in it. You can taste the spice to it, and there is the garlic as well. You've got some nice garlic flavour. The noodles themselves are nice as well. They hold their firmness pretty well. They don't get sloppy, or they don't get sloppy or slimy or sort of like fall apart. Yeah, very firm. Hold their shape and their texture. A little bit of bite to them without being like really chewy. So yeah, these are some good noodles. Would you expect anything else from Nissin? Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of teriyaki, but with a little more sort of like sweetness to it. Teriyaki I always see as more of like a marinade, or like a glaze. But this is, yeah, it's it's really good. I don't know what else to say. Okay, yeah. So that's a good start. We've got some other UFOs of different flavors that we're also going to take a look at. There are sort of like a limited edition ones as well. I'll see if I can get hold of some of them, and I will put together a video special of the UFO flavors, at least all the ones I can get a hold of at the moment. And yeah, it'll be like a little mini compilation dedicated to UFOs. I do enjoy doing the noodle tastings because it's like getting a nice hearty meal along with it. The snacks are great as well because, you know, snacks are just great. But being able to have like a nice meal along with it is also good. So yeah, look forward to more noodles in the future because I certainly will. UFO Yakisoba, very good. And we'll be moving on to further flavors in the rest of the video. So here it comes. Okay, so the next flavor of UFO that we have is the mystery white yakisoba. Very rattly in this one. I'm not sure what this is. It's just called the white edition. So yeah, I don't know what to expect from this one. I'm just gonna snip it open, see what's inside. Oh gosh. Not off to a good start. But we have something on the top here. Otokake Supaisu. Something spice. Otokake spice. I don't know what otokake is. But take a look in here. Here we have the sauce. And just the regular sort of dressings that come with it. So this is going to be, as it says, a mystery. So let's go check it out and see what's inside. Okay, so I have drained out the noodles as per usual. Open it up. So, if we're first going to pour out our sauce, which is it smells like pickled onion Monster Munch. And we have a rather thick yellowy sauce here. Like, it's kind of like vinegar, I suppose, if it's going to smell like the pickled Monster Munch. So we're going to stir that around. There is no colour to it at all. Normally when you have the yakisoba it goes a nice sort of golden brown colour, but this time it's staying white, which I suppose is why this is the white version. There is no colour to the sauce. But it smells really good. Oh yeah, it does smell like pickled onion Monster Munch. I'm sure it smells like just regular pickled onion as well, but I don't eat pickled onions. I'm not an onion fan. And then we're going to add the super spice. Again, I don't know what otokake is, but they look kind of like dried chili granules or chili flakes, because they're red and orange and black. Oh, it smells like aniseed almost. Aniseed and cloves. Yeah. That smells more like a sort of like a mulled spice mix, like cinnamon, aniseed, cloves, all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's an interesting flavour addition. But yep, as we stir it up, we see again, it's just plain old white noodles with very aromatic spices going on. So let's give it a taste and see what it's like. Interesting. It has a very creamy texture. Yeah, and you have kind of like this mingling of sort of like tangy, sour, creamy, spicy sort of flavours going on. But neither of them are too overpowering. You know, it's very, very well balanced flavour. There's a little bit of a kick of everything all in one mouthful. Every so often you'll get this little burst of like the clove sort of flavour, but it's never enough to overpower the entire mouthful. You do have like this rich, creamy, thick sauce going on with it as well. And I think I may have just bitten into a tiny bit of peppercorn. But again, everything is just... all the flavours are mild, but not mild in the way that you can't really taste them. More in the way that they all blend together really well. Create this nice, rich sauce, which is, again, is very umami. It's like, even though it smells primarily of this pickled onion, pickle vinegar sort of smell, it has a taste of there's probably some animal stock in here, some kind of pork stock probably. Most ramen are made with pork stock, so... So you do get this sort of rich, savoury, meaty flavour with it as well. It's just really... a really interesting variation on the yakisoba flavour, because whereas you'd normally have soy sauce, which again is a little bit vinegary but is also kind of meaty and earthy and rich, this is sort of like, I suppose, a white vinegar alternative to it, and the meaty flavour is coming from pork stock perhaps. Yes, very lovely. Certainly a very interesting alternative on the traditional yakisoba. Very enjoyable. Okay, so our next flavour of UFO is sukiyaki beef. So we've got what looks like pieces of beef slice in here. We've got an egg glaze maybe, or are they egg noodles? I don't know. But we're going to check it out. This is a no drain flavour as well. We leave the broth in this one, so this is more of a ramen-y one than a yakisoba one. But that's fine. Trying to snip it open. Oops. Okay. So we've got our instructions on the front as per usual. This is just a quick flip over, leave the broth in and let it go. So inside we have got sort of like our spring onion and our little bits of what I'm assuming is beef, because you know it is beef sukiyaki flavour. There we are. Oops. Well, never mind then. And then we've got powder base and liquid base. Which one of these do we add first? We add them both at the same time, I think. No, powder first, then sauce, and then we just leave it to soak. So I'm going to go boil the kettle, prepare this, and then we'll be back to give it a taste. So back in just a moment. Okay, so we've let that sit. Time to open it up. I put the sauce... Sorry. Oh, come on. There we go. So I put the sauce in, and it was like a thick white sauce. It was kind of... I don't know whether it was made from like egg whites or something, but it was just like a very thick, very sort of starchy sauce. It smells really good, this does. It's very meaty. So I'm just going to get straight into it. Let's try a little bit of this beef. A little bit chewy, but good. It's got a nice kind of sauce on it. I don't know what the seasoning for that was. That's really nice. Very meaty, quite salty. But now let's get into the noodles and taste that. Oh yeah, that is really good. It has kind of like a creaminess to it, a creamy texture. But it's very meaty, definitely a strong beef taste to it. Sorry, it's still quite hot, so just try and get some. Yeah, that is a great flavour. It does taste kind of eggy as well, so I'm assuming some of the sauce or the mix does have egg in it. But it's very thick. The noodles have kind of clumped together after I put that thick sauce on. But yeah, really, really nice. Oh yeah, definitely. Ooh, man, that's hot. Definitely one of the best tasting ones that I've had. It is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Like, there's nothing bad I can say about this, except for maybe the clumping. But that's something to be expected from noodles. But, like, the taste, the texture, the sauce. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to have another little piece of meat. That one's a little softer. But yeah, there's kind of like a sweet glaze to it. I don't know what flavour it is. Lit ginger. I can definitely taste some ginger in there. Yeah, really, really good. That is definitely one of the... Ooh, got some in my hair. Definitely one of the better flavours that I've had. Yeah, really recommend that. So that's UFO Sukiyaki beef flavour. Sukiyaki, I believe, being sort of like a hot pot style where you've got the broth and then you just throw everything in with it and just let it all boil together. And it just brings out this really nice, rich, hearty flavour. Yeah, really, really good. Definitely recommend that. Okay, so for today's flavour of UFO, we have the Karashi mayo flavour. Karashi mayo being sort of like a spicy mayonnaise, a mustard mayonnaise. The Japanese mayo is a bit more, slightly more spicy than Western mayonnaise anyway, but this has got like full mustard kick in it. It's spicy mayo. So we're just gonna open this up and take a look at what's inside. Then we will go and prep it. Oops. Okay. Ooh. So I have the typical yakisoba setup, that being that you open it, pour the water in, and then you use the drain to pour the water out, because you don't have broth in yakisoba. So inside we have got our noodle brick. Then we have the sauce, and this is regular old soy sauce broth. Mase soha tari. Yeah, can't translate that one, unfortunately, but that'll be the sauce. And then we have the mayonnaise, the spicy. So this is just going to be, rip it open, and then you just sort of like squeeze and drizzle it on top. So first things first, we've got to go boil the water and fill it all up. So I'll be back with that in just a moment. So see you soon. Okay, so I've let the noodles soak for a while. I've just drained it out a little draining port here. So it's time to fill her up. There were only like a few slices of cabbage in this one, so there's not a lot in terms of regular toppings. I'm not going to add any of my own, just because I'm going to do a plain old taste test. I don't want anything interfering with that. So we're just going to open up the sauce here. Whoop. There we go. It's very oily. There was a layer of oil on top of that, just plain oil, before the soy sauce came out. And it smells good. I don't know if it's anything added to the soy sauce, but it's browning up all the noodles rather nicely as we mix it in. But that's pretty much just our usual yakisoba sauce. So the main event of this particular flavour is the Karashi mayo. So let's just open it up, if I can. I don't want to come off. So as you see, it's sort of like a very reddy, orangey kind of colour, because it's got the mustard in it. So let's just take my chopsticks out a moment, and we're gonna drizzle this over the top. Make sure we get a nice coating. Not so that it's all in one place. We're gonna spread it out as much as we can. Make sure I've got it from all the corners that it could be hiding in. Just squeeze it out over the noodles. There we go. So, there we have it. Spread over the noodles there. Mix it in a little, so that we don't just get a big old mouthful in one go. Oh yeah, that smells good. Smells spicy now. course, as it's mayo as well, it's going to be nice and creamy, so it won't be too overwhelming, but all the smells kind of coming together. Ooh. Yes. Very good. Okay. So, let's get it up. We've got some nice thick soba noodles. So we can get a good scoopful there. Let's go. Not a very strong flavour, but it is very creamy, and you can definitely taste like the soy sauce underneath, but you get that aftertaste of spiciness around your mouth. And it is a very mustardy flavour, but it's not like, it doesn't have the sourness of mustard. Like, I don't really like English mustard because it's just too sour. Not that it's hot, it's just an unpleasant taste to me. If I were going to have something hot, I'd much prefer like chili or pepper or something like that. But the flavour of mustard, I've never really enjoyed it. Unless it's like American mustard. American mustard is okay. But English mustard is just a bit too sour for me. But this... very nice. A very very creamy sort of texture, and the soy sauce gives it the deep, rich, almost meaty kind of flavour, and then you have that spiciness of the mustard kind of kick in afterwards and gives you a nice pleasant heat around the mouth. A little bit disappointed in the lack of dressings, toppings for this one, but it's not too big a deal. The noodles are much thicker than I'm used to for sort of like instant noodle snacks. They usually tend to be the thinner noodles, but they're pretty good. I probably should have let it soak just a little longer because there's still a few hard, well, not really hard, but sort of tough, chewy pieces in them. But otherwise, really, really good. Really good quality noodles. They're not soggy, they hold their own, and they have like the chewy texture. Ooh, and they just keep going. And yeah, the flavour's just really nice on top of that. Very, very good. Yeah, spicier than some of the other mustard mayos I've tried. So yeah, a really, definitely very good flavour there. The only downside about it is the lack of toppings, but as I say, you can pop anything in there that you want. Maybe grate a little bit of carrot over the top, put in some fried cabbage, a little bit of meat, a little bit of chicken, or pork slices, anything like that. You can dress it up however you want, but yeah, it's just basic good noodles with a really nice flavour to it. Really good. And it's a little bit different from the rest because where the others were in the wide bowl, the UFO shaped bowls, this one is in a regular old cup. So this is UFO's Peroli series. I'm not entirely sure what Peroli is. I tried searching it, but all I got were surnames, so I don't know. But either way, this is a Bonito flake soy sauce flavour. Bonito being a type of seasoning made from sardines. You can have it served sort of like on top of hot food, and the heat makes the flakes sort of move. It's one of those weird chemical reaction kind of things, and it has a very strong sort of smoky flavour to it from the sardines. So it is still done in the same way, the yakisoba, as in you put in the water and then you drain it out and you have it like that. So I don't know why the pot is different or what's so different about it. The noodles look thinner. And we've got our flavour packet here, that's going to be the bonito and soy sauce. So I'm just going to go pop the water in this, and then we'll do a tasting and see what it is like, so be right back. Okay, so I have let it soak, peeled back the top, and oh boy, is that a strong smell. I don't know if the flavor of bonito by itself is really going to be my thing. I'm going to enjoy it, but oh well, we've got it anyway, and we're going to give it a taste and see what it's like. It looks kind of like the normal yakisoba, but well, here goes. Not too bad. Definitely a strong taste. If you've never had any kind of bonito before, it might be a bit much, but not as overpowering as the smell seemed to suggest. It's actually pretty mellow. Not too much sauce left, because again it is a yakisoba, so you do have to drain the water from it. Although I'm partly wondering if I should have added the powder packet after I added the water, after drain the water. Yes. There we go, that's where I went wrong. I put the flavour packet in with the water instead of draining the water first and then added the flavour. So the flavour is a little weaker than what it should be, but I still think it's pretty good. If anything, if anything, that's what's created the milder flavour, and I think that's actually pretty good, in my case at least, because I've only had bonito a few times before, so I'm not quite used to it. I don't think excuse me. I think I had a noodle caught in my windpipe then. I don't think I'm quite used to the flavour. I don't think it's bad. It's not something that I think is horrible or disgusting that I would immediately spit out and reject, but it's still a flavour that my taste buds are like, I don't recognise this is weird. So I'm still kind of getting used to it. And I think this is just the right level of flavour for someone who isn't quite used to that much bonito. So yeah, it's a good start, a good flavour, pretty nice. Okay, so the next flavour of UFO Yakisoba we're going for is green onion and salted beef rib, which is very similar to a cup noodle flavour that I had recently. So I wonder if they're going to taste anything like that. But we're just going to, peel it open here. Take a look inside. I was trying to keep it in one piece, but no worries. So, we've got sauce there. Butter sauce? No, probably not. Salted though. Oh, and then inside we've got the meat and the bits of green onion in there. You can just about see them. Oh, there we go. If you couldn't see it before. So yeah, I'm just going to go fill this up with the water, and then we'll put the sauce in and give it a taste. So I'll be back in just a moment. This is the cat. This is Elliot. He was just outside in a rainstorm, so now he wants cuddles, don't you? Good boy. Good boy. Okay, off you go. No? Okay, bye. Tail and face, thank you. Anyway, noodles. Okay, so yes, noodles. We've got our drained yakisoba here. Ooh. There we are, they've just plumped up quite nicely. They smell fresh. Right, so put the sauce in and Not sure exactly what the sauce is gonna be, but again, I'm expecting salted beef. Just pour it over here. Oh, yeah, it's definitely got some fat in there, some beef dripping perhaps. It's a very dark brown sort of colour, but it's got sort of like thunder. It's got the white of the fat. So we're just going to stir that through till it all goes a nice sort of golden brown colour. Okay, so let's scoop it up. There's a bit of veg in that one. I think it's spring onion. Oh no, come back. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a very strong meaty flavour, and definitely salty. You know, as I said, it's salted beef flavour, so you can taste the salt. Very, very lovely meaty flavour. Oh, yes, very rich, very strong. Let's try some of the meat here as well. Just get a little piece by itself. Oop, come here. Come back, where are you going? There we are, a little tiny bit of beef, just a little slice there. Kind of chewy, but still fairly moist. You know, they plump up really well. So yeah, really good taste, and really good texture on the meat. Noodles, always good quality. And the veg is okay as well. I'm not a big fan of veg, but the ones they put in these usually turn out pretty good. So yeah. Very good. You know, I can't say anything wrong about this flavour. It's just very meaty, very rich, very flavourful. Love it. Okay, so the next UFO, and this might be the last flavour that I have, is Taiwanese cheese flavour. So this one's a bit different from the rest. The rest have been mostly meat and vegetable based ones, but this one is sort of like a cheese based one. So, don't know what to expect from this. Personally, I'd never really think to make a cheese based yakisoba dish, but I suppose you can add cheese to potentially anything. So, unwrap this and see what's inside. The glue came away pretty quickly from that. So, we've got some bits in here already. They kind of look like breadcrumbs almost, but we've got what seem to be little bits of like minced meat in here. I'm just taking the brick out just so I can show you. Little piece of maybe like minced beef or something. And then we have our sauce packets. This is dashi stock by the looks of it. Not a big fan of dashi, so hopefully that won't be too bad for me. And then we have powder, cheese powder. This is the cheese powder. So that'll be like the cheese flavouring that goes in with it. So yeah, we're going to go add the water and then we're back to give it a taste. Hopefully the dashi doesn't overpower it, but we'll see. Okay, so we've got our noodles here, all soaked up, along with the meat, whatever that meat was, I'm not sure. There we go. So, yeah, it's all plumped up. The meat is underneath, at the bottom. These are quite thick noodles as well. They look almost like udon. Maybe not quite, but yeah, I'm trying to find the meat and it's all sort of like, here we are. That's in there as well. So let's add the sauce and the powder. so we've got the dashi stock here, which I'm a little bit wary of. Okay, it doesn't smell too much like bonito. I'm not sure what that is. It smells odd. I think I'm going to hang on to that and decide. Well, I'll find out what it is and what it tastes like before I go any further with that. But the broth itself was sort of like a creamy brown, and then we had that like bright orange paste, and I'm not sure whether that's like cod roe or something. I don't particularly want to be adding that. I'm not a big fan of that. But yeah, it doesn't smell too bad. It smells pretty interesting. It smells savoury. Oops. But I'm going to add next the cheese powder. Yeah, just seeing if I can make anything else out from the packet, but no, my Japanese is not that good. Oh, so it's got like herbs in it as well, or maybe like spring onion or something, but it's just like a powder. So let's pour that in. Yeah, it looks like spring onion, or green onion, whatever you call it. Ooh. Ooh. Now that's not a good smell. Oh, this one might not be a good one, based by the smell alone. But I'll give it a try. We've come this far. Oh no, that really stinks. That is a really stinky cheese. So I might have to tap out on this one. But I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. Oh good lord. I've been joined by someone who's interested in what I'm eating. I don't think you'd like this, buddy. Although, to be honest, I think I just added a bunch of bonito to it, which is fish, anchovies. So maybe you would, I don't know. But no. Nope, this one isn't a good one. Tapping out on it. After adding the powder, it just wasn't. No. I can't do it. I'm pretty sure that's bonito, and I don't like bonito. I've tried to like it, I've tried to get through it, but it just isn't my thing. So unfortunately, I can't really offer a nuanced criticism of this, but the cheese doesn't taste at all like cheese. Unless it's like a blue cheese, in which case I don't like blue cheese. But yeah, no. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to, I can't do it. Can't do it. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you find something that you just do not like. So yeah, not doing this one. Sorry. Okay, and now we have one final thing. Honestly, the final thing this time to finish off this UFO compilation special video. And that is, well, not a bowl of UFO, but we have UFO flavoured yakisoba crackers. And these are from Bonchi. I don't know if you remember Bonchi. We tasted them a long time ago when we did Japan Center. They had the senbei crackers and the French salad flavoured twists. Something like that. But anyway, they are back again, and this time they have these UFO crackers. So, I want to see how they are. I think it says open from here. It actually is opening as well. Finally, an easy open package from Japan. So, here we have the crackers. They look like they've been glazed, so I'm assuming there's going to be a little bit of sweetness, the sweet yakisoba sauce. So yeah, let's go for it. tasty. Reminds me of a snack that I've had. They're a little, texture-wise at least, they're a little bit like scampi fries, but the flavour definitely very soy saucy. Got that sweetness to it. I don't know if I'd say it's the exact same flavour as UFO, but very similar to the Bonchi Senbei crackers. So, I'm not sure if I were to do this like in a taste test, like blind taste test, I wouldn't say that this was UFO flavour, but I see what they're going for, and really nice. So they are, let's actually get down into this, they are rice crackers, the same kind of rice crackers that you'd get like, Thai bites, I believe they're called, that we get in the UK, just the little rice crackers with the sweet chili flavour or the sour cream flavour. Same sort of principle, same thing as senbei, but just in a stick form. Yeah, they are really nice, really crunchy. I wouldn't say that they're UFO flavoured, but I'm willing to accept it. It's close enough, it's good enough, I see what they're going for. Very nice. So, for the absolutely, I promise, final time this time, that is it for the UFO selection. They've all been really, really tasty. I don't think there's been a flavour that I haven't enjoyed. They were all really, really good, and it's hard to pick a favourite from just one of them. I think maybe the meat, the Niku flavour, definitely up there. The Abora was definitely up there, tasted like pork scratchings, it was lovely. The Ryu flavour was also really, really good. I think those three are probably the top ones for me because they introduced some new flavours that I don't normally get from like the ramen and such. And the Bonito Paroli, not so much a fan of, namely because Bonito is a very strong sort of acquired taste. It's something you need to get used to, and I'm still not quite used to it. But even that, I wouldn't say was bad. It's been a pleasure tasting all of them, and I hope that someday they'll come out with some new flavours that we can look at again. So until then, that'll be it. That's it for the UFO. Thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed, please do like, comment and subscribe down below. Have you tried any UFO flavours? If so, were there any different ones from the ones that I've tried? Have you tasted something that I hadn't heard of before? Are there any new ones coming up that I don't know about? If so, let me know, and I'll try and seek them out and do tastings on those. Outside of tastings, then please do let me know if there are any videos you'd like me to watch and react to, any kind of analog horror, any kind of try not to laugh, try not to cringe, anything like that. Link those to me as well. If there are any video games that you'd like me to play, modern, indie, retro, really old school games, whatever, I'll take a look at them. As I say, I want to branch out on this channel and try and do more variety, and if you guys can help me out with letting me know what you'd like to see, then I can make the kind of content that you want. Or if you just want to say hello, leave a comment, ask a question, you can do that too. Just let me know down below and I'll try and get back to you. It's nice to know that I'm not alone out here. So until next time, thank you for joining me, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.